and connect us, but here we go. Live in the group and just on time.
Perfect timing.
So sorry we didn't see you on Sunday, everybody. Emma and Phil were dealing with an emergency breakdown, which was probably not fun.
It wasn't fun.
So
Do you want to hear the whole story?
Go for it.
Okay, because it was a little bit boring. So I had to go for a CT scan in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, with all the COVID and everything, it's like you've got to go on your own.
The COVID,
yeah. The COVID, yeah.
Yeah.
So he dropped me off at the hospital, but he didn't park in the hospital. He parked around the corner in the park because he didn't want to pay for the car parking.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting on his iPad watching something, and after 20 minutes, he realised the car battery was dead. So then he had to walk home, get the Land Rover, come pick me up, go back home, put the battery pack on charge, wait for that, and then we went and picked the car up after jump starting it. But it didn't want to start, and I even rang the breakdown people before it decided that it did want to start.
Oops.
So it took all day basically, and then this week we've bought a new battery because it's not the first time.
Yeah, well, you get to the point where you just don't trust them, do you?
It's the first time it didn't affect me on my own.
All right, that'll be why it's a new one as opposed to just being charged.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone watching's going.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, that's what happened. Oh look, it's Loraine.
Yeah, it's modelled on me. In fact, that's more me, really.
Oh yeah, it's because you're a fun guy. Is that what it is?
Oh, could be that. In fact, this one is probably a lot more me if I can get it to work.
Go on then. Oh,
Watch
this one, yeah.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, that would totally be me.
Oh, could be that. Well, I don't wish to say anything rude. So have you got a beverage tonight?
I've just got tea in my usual big mug.
I'm being very naughty and having a big girl's drink.
Oh,
very nice. Sauvignon Blanc.
Well, I got a little parcel in the post the other day from the Housing Association.
Oh, looky.
A thank you for the year, and it was a little hamper that arrived in this.
That is amazing.
So we've got a British Bulldog, a Border Collie, a Pug, German Shepherd, a Labrador with very dirty feet,
a
Border Terrier, Chihuahua, and a Cockapoo but no poo.
All right, cool.
And it's got these really seriously big handles as well.
That is a really good bag.
It is, it's ace. I've got all bits of stuff in here now. And then I might have bought myself something.
What have you got?
Well, it's you see something and then you think nobody will buy me that. So
and it is Christmas.
Yeah, no, you know.
Let's see.
So
I love it. Listen, what's it say?
Keeps me from unraveling.
I love it.
They did it in about 3 different colours. I think there was a light blue, this purpley colour, and maybe a white or something like that. But I just thought that was fun.
That is brilliant. You're going to have to start having your evening beverage in that from now on.
Yeah. And I want to keep the box because the box has got the picture on, and I just really like that.
It's fab. Where did you find that?
Amazon.
Do you know they have everything, don't they?
Well, I phoned my mum yesterday. I said, I've got the perfect mug for you off Amazon and it's coming. And I saw it and I thought of you instantly. Oh, what is it? And I said, well, you know the Aldi logo with the dark blue, and then it's got the yellow and the orange lines around it, and then the logo. Yeah. I said, it's got the dark blue with the frames.
Yeah.
And then it's got a picture of a silhouette of an elderly man and woman, and instead of Aldi, it says Aldi. So I just thought of you. Oh, piss off. Cheeky crowd.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Yeah, so my mum wasn't really appreciating my mug. Rita's in the house. She says my mug's lovely. Do you think I should have got the oldie mug for my mum? I'm seriously tempted to order it now.
Definitely. In fact, I might go on and get one for my mum and dad.
And I sent a picture of a t-shirt to Mike.
Yeah.
And it had grumpy old git written on the front.
Yeah.
And then underneath it said, may contain memory loss and flatulence. But yeah. So I emailed him a picture of it. And
yeah.
He said, oh, did they do them big enough for you?
Cheeky.
So I said, yeah, they've got them in my size and it'll come in as a handy cover for the car when I'm not wearing it. So I've not had a reply to that one.
Oh, oh, that's funny. Oh, memory loss. Does he remember anything? You know, like where you live?
Well, I don't know. I might need to plumb it into his sat nav. Oh, Jessie says her work meeting was cancelled. Yay!
Hurrah.
Yeah, you can come out and play. So we said we would look. We were going to do this on Sunday, but obviously Emma was just slacking.
Sorry, I was actually just at the spa.
Yeah, just couldn't. So what are we all working on? Post a link in chat and let's have a look and let's share it with everybody else and show it off. Helen's in the house. Helen Gibson, how are you doing?
What about faux as well? We could maybe look at people's faux because I'm sure they've had loads recently.
Oh goodness, yes, with the gift along. Yeah. Helen, how are you getting on? Has your plumber turned up at any ETA or?
Well, what's going on there?
Has he been to sort out your pipes, so to speak?
Is he getting their pipes looked at?
What, got a leak?
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with. There's nothing like a leak in your plumbing, is there?
I know. And I'm having to phone a man to sort you out just before Christmas.
Well, you know, quite a lot of us get a visit from a strange man around Christmas time, don't we?
Yeah, well, I was joking about this with my mum yesterday because she was on about somebody taking their grandson to see Father Christmas.
Right.
And it had to be a socially distanced visit. And she said, this year he coped really well, but last year he bawled. And I'm thinking, you spent from the second they're born, you instill in them this thing about stranger danger and don't take sweeties from strangers and don't cuddle strangers and don't approach anybody that looks a bit weird. And at Christmas, you throw them at a bloke in a false beard and a false wig who clearly isn't grey-haired and jolly and fat.
And tell him to tell all sorts of
and then say, no, he's fine. And he's going to sneak into your house when your mum and dad are asleep and give you stuff. I mean, it's no wonder some kids are terrified of Santa, is it? Because we've set him up as if he was a terrorist.
Oh, bless.
Oh, Helen says disaster house-wise.
Oh, no.
Plumber cut hole in lounge, can see leak but can't reach it. Join us there now, cutting through the wardrobe floor. Oh, my goodness. Helen.
Is the yarn safe, though? That's the thing.
Well, yeah. Important question. Jessie's working on a bit of crochet.
Ooh.
So we'll share that in a second.
Yeah. I love looking at crochet things.
So this is called Knit. Can everybody see that?
Oh, wow. I like that.
Does it tell you when you have to change your colours or is there an element of freestyling in that, Jessie? Or is it quite prescriptive and easy to follow? It looks amazing.
It's lovely. I love those colours.
Beautiful, aren't they? Exceptionally clever shape.
It's going to be, is it a cushion for Jessie's daughter?
It is going to be, yeah. I mean, look at that.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm loving Jessie's colours actually.
I do. I like those.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah. Very impressed.
Well, Helen says she's downstairs now and obviously not successful yet. Rita says, not a gal project, but I finished a scarf for DH and here it is unblocked.
Oh, wow.
So let's share screen. There we go.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I like that. What pattern is that one?
Is it blue?
Could be blue.
Could be, couldn't it?
Yeah, it's not giving us any clues in the tracking of the image either, is it? But I really like that.
I do. I really like that. As even if it isn't blue, which
I think it's a grey.
You think?
I think it's a grey. Rita will tell us.
Oh.
So Jessie says, I'm using self-striping yarn, but the pattern has suggestions if you are changing colours. Well, that's good to know. So you could do as much or as little as you wanted, couldn't you?
That is good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
Emma, the colourway is called Goth Kitty.
What a great colourway. No wonder we like it.
Oh, and it is blue.
Yeah.
And it's just a stitch pattern from a book of Afghan stitch patterns. I'm thinking that's your design now, Rita. But yeah, Goth Kitty.
That is a cool name.
Yeah, Jessie's admiring the stitch pattern on that.
It is gorgeous.
I think my mouse has just died.
Oh no.
My battery's going or gone. So I'll have to use the one on the screen, it's fine. I'll just have to lean forward and use the one on the laptop and look like I'm paying attention.
It's really seductive like that. Yeah, leaning in.
You know.
Hello.
It's a hazard. It's just terrible fighting them off with the stick, honestly.
Well, that's why you have to stay at home where you're safe all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to lock me up, otherwise the male population would just go mad.
It is a cross that you have to bear.
I know I've got a prescription to pick up at the doctor's, but they'll all be throwing themselves at me, so my dad's getting it for me tomorrow, and then I'll pick it up from his house, sort of. He'll have to put it on the end of a broom and pass it towards me.
Under the cover of darkness so that no one can see.
Yeah, bag over my head. Not while I'm driving, obviously, but yeah.
Oh, no. Well, the news is that my entire family's now in tier 3.
Okay.
Portsmouth and Havant and Gosport, out of the entire whole of the county of Hampshire, they picked Portsmouth, Havant, where my stepdaughter lives, and Gosport.
Yeah, but for that brief window of time, you can travel and you can visit. It's a long way to go for just, a day.
Yeah, no. And especially as they're now saying that you can, but they really don't want you to be traveling and they don't want you to stay overnight. It's like, yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Okay, yeah. So has anybody got anything else to show off? What can we see?
I can show you my jumper.
Go on then.
Okay. Where's the front? So I'm on sleeve 2. I've done that much of sleeve 2. And there we go. Sleeve 1 is finished. There's my front. The neckline's done, but it all needs a very good blocking. Can you see the colour gone a bit there? Yeah,
where you've changed skeins.
But that was actually 2 alternated as well.
You get such variation though, even inside a skein, let alone from one to the other.
It's a nightmare. I was a good girl and I did alternate my balls. I juggled my 2 balls and it still happened.
Oh.
Have you got anything on?
Sorry, I was just petting Mocha because she's neglected. Nobody loves her.
Yeah.
Just how it is. What have I got?
Terrible mother.
I am dreadful. I've still got no further with this.
All right. Okay. So you haven't picked that one up.
No, I haven't touched it. I found this in a bag waiting to be finished. It's a gift along pattern called Efferhild by Sarah Aldersign.
Oh yeah.
Sarah Aldersign Designs. And I got this pattern at Yarndale.
Yes.
And I found the other ball that I need to complete it.
Ah, excellent.
And even managed to put them in the same place. So I'm kind of feeling quite clever and accomplished at that. And I haven't really got any further with this because
I think you've done a bit more though.
a touch. Started my second lace panel, if you can see that. That's Alameda by Clarice Gomez. And I knitted another hat. Ribbed for my pleasure. So future design with a folded brim on the, knitted together on the inside. Well, actually in pattern in the rib.
If you need a tester for that, my husband's in desperate need of a hat.
And there's my yarn butterfly. So what I usually do is weave that up to the crown and then just leave the butterfly in the crown. And then if I need to do any repairs, I've got spare yarn that absolutely matches it for any darning or little stray holes, because people don't always look after their hats the way they should.
Exactly. I nearly lost my favourite one the other week.
Oh,
I know.
That's not very good, is it?
I know. It's shocking.
Yeah, going back to the mouse that's dead isn't going to move anything on your screen, Lorraine.
No, that's not going to work. Not right now, anyway.
So Helen says her sister's in Kent, one of the worst places.
And
I'm sure it's not your sister's fault, Helen.
No, don't give her the blame.
And she's swatching stitch patterns. Is this for the Gansey blanket?
Oh,
copy link. Yeah, we suggested it to her the other week when she said, and she's been looking at stuff since. So I'm just going to paste this in. Jessie's working on something it's a non-gal, but
we still want to see it.
We absolutely do want to see it. So bear with me while I just link you in.
Sorry.
Chrome. Here we go.
Go on then. Oh wow!
Frog and Toad. And are you making trousers for them? I'm sure that was the conversation I read.
They are
is that correct? So working on these for a gift for the nephew and making clothes for them. So yeah. Oh, Helen says nope. Do you mean nope to the Gansey blanket, or no, it's definitely our sister's fault that everyone in Kent has got COVID? We just thought we'd check. I'm loving Frog and Toad, aren't they adorable?
They are brilliant.
Let's have a little close-up at Nudie. Is this Toad or Frog?
I think that's Toad, isn't it? Aren't Toads more of a brown colour?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure Toads are more browny and Frogs are more greeny.
It's rather unfortunate placement of that little thread, isn't it?
He looks a bit funny without his stuffing.
Yes.
Yeah, they are just absolutely brilliant. I love them.
Oh, and that's a flat frog. Oh, it's got the same problem.
What's Toad doing? Is he doing the splits there or something?
It's one of his yoga poses.
He had a funny expression on his face while he was doing it, though.
I think they're adorable. So that's Frog and Toad, and that's Christina Ingrid McGowan. Oh, and look at the little outfits.
Oh my goodness, so much cuteness there. Look at the dungers.
Oh.
Now,
Oh,
if you were a toy knitter, Lorraine, you'd be straight on those, wouldn't you?
oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh, they are brilliant.
Oh, so Rita's saying that Frog and Toad are adorable. Helen's laughing and saying, no, it's for a sub call, a
Oh,
submission. So Toad's the yellower one. Luckily, the ends are woven in now, so they don't look like little willies.
that was quite a big one, actually, to be fair.
Well, it was a long one, a bit more hose-like perhaps than the ones I've seen before. Carol says her sister likes frogs and she needs to knit these. Just remember to weave the ends in, Carol, in case you cause any confusion.
Because, you know, we wouldn't want to be responsible for any of that malarkey.
No, no, not at all.
No.
No. Frog abuse. Yeah.
How many years does that carry, that sentence?
Well, and that thing of I've just had to frog my project. It could have a whole new meaning, couldn't it? Yeah, I think we'll leave that.
Raised eyebrows.
Yeah, so can you tell us anything about your sub-call, Helen, as to perhaps what type of item it might be?
Oh, yeah.
Without sharing anything too much? Because you might be knitting a Labrador.
Oh.
You never know, do you?
Well, you know, we've just seen knitted frogs, so knitted Labradors aren't out of the realm of possibility.
Well, you know, it could be a knit now submission for a chocolate minger.
Chocolate minger. Is that a technical term now?
I know Coco Zoom bombed the meeting I was in earlier, and the guy who was facilitating was this lad from Bolton. And all I heard was, "Hey up, Chuck, there's a chocolate lab." and the next 5 minutes was just discussion about dogs. And
oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
They are super cute. Oh, there goes my dog barking at the door. It's a good job I've got a husband here to answer the door for me now, isn't
it? AKA excruciating agony. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, for those of you that missed the pre-live conversation, Emma said she wasn't feeling very well yesterday. Yeah. And she was bent over on all fours on the bed with excruciating agony. And I said, don't you usually just call him Phil? It's
yeah, 10 years ago.
Bit of a food reaction. So
yeah, there's none of that now. Oh my god.
No.
What's that all about? Oh,
there's too much stuff to shave and wash and crimp, and
I'd rather darts.
I managed to watch a little bit of that what's that Lady Gaga film with Bradley Cooper?
Oh,
The Star is Born.
I really loved that movie.
I've watched about 2/3 of it, and I can just see that he's going to slide into a pit of despair of his own making, and I don't know whether I want to watch that decline, so I may not watch the end.
Have you seen the other two versions of it?
Yes.
See, when I watched it, I hadn't, so I had no clue what was going on with the story, but even I guessed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but since I watched it, because I saw it at the cinema with my friends, but since then I have seen the other two versions.
Right.
And I like the Lady Gaga one, but then I think it's just down to what you see first, I suppose, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's a bit like Who's Your Doctor Who?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but my Doctor Who's David Tennant.
See, my Doctor Who was John Pertwee, followed by Tom Baker.
Tom Baker is definitely out of the originals for me. Definitely.
Well, I always had a thing for John Pertwee.
Wasn't he Wurzel Gummidge?
Yeah, but please don't sully it with that.
But see, that to me is who he is. He's Wurzel Gummidge to me.
No. No, to Helen and I,
yeah,
she'll back me up on this. He's the Doctor in Carry On Screaming.
Okay.
And he ends up with a sticky end.
Oh no.
Oh, Carol says so was mine, Lorraine. So yeah, those were on the same doctor.
So
So yeah, it's funny how that defines your generation, isn't it?
who is your James Bond?
um, it's got to be Sean Connery.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, Carol says you're wrong, Emma. You just talk's wrong. Yeah. But yeah, Sean Connery for me for James Bond. I did like Roger Moore
Yes.
because he brought some humour to it that maybe wasn't there. But I think Sean Connery and Daniel Craig are probably closer to what Ian Fleming wanted.
Yeah. What about Idris Elba? If he does it, how do you feel about that?
I think he'd be really good.
I would really like to see him as Bond.
Oh, Carol's saying Sean Connery as well.
Yeah, I think we're all definitely on the same page with Sean.
I think the only issue with Idris Elba, for all he doesn't look it, is he's knocking on.
Yeah, he's definitely older than you think he is.
Yeah, so physically, that's going to be a challenging movie to make.
You know, and will he suddenly start bursting into song like he does in the Sky adverts? That's a problem too.
Well, yeah, it's not really James Bond, is it? I don't know. I think it would be good to see somebody like Idris Elba play James Bond. I think it's time it happened, for sure. Yeah. What else have I watched this week that was really... I sat and watched a comedy called Vicious on Amazon Prime.
Oh, right. I've not heard of that one.
The theme song for it is Never Can Say Goodbye, the Communards.
Love that song.
It's Sir Ian McKellen and Derek Jacobi.
Oh, I love them.
It's from a few years ago. What's his name who plays Ramsay? Is it Ramsay in Game of Thrones?
Oh, yes.
The really evil one is the gullible northern young lad who lives in the flat above them. And they're a pair of... They're an aging gay couple who hate but love one another.
That sounds brilliant.
And are really horrible to one another. And Francis de la Tour's in it. There's quite a few older actors that you'd recognise. And the first couple of episodes I actually found quite painful when it was on a few years ago. And a friend of mine, John Hewitt, kept phoning me up. It'd be on and he'd go, "Oh, did you watch it? Did you watch it?" And I wasn't getting into it. And I thought, you know, John's not here anymore, bless him. I thought, I'm going to sit and watch this. And I binge watched 2 series of it and I laughed so hard.
Yeah.
Because it's the sarcasm and the sort of the faces that Ian McKellen pulls when he does some of the comments.
I think, I mean, I have seen, actually, I remember it. I remember seeing clips. I've never seen a full episode, but I got the impression that that's more like what he's like in real life. Do you not think?
Yeah, very possibly. Yeah. Jessie's saying Sean Connery in the movies, but that she enjoyed the radio plays with Toby Stevens. Oh, good to know. Helen's been watching The Umbrella Academy. Oh, I really enjoyed that.
I've not seen it.
Jessie's saying she loves Umbrella Academy and the soundtrack's really good. Yeah, very much so. I rewatched last week Atomic Blonde with Charlize Theron and James McAvoy. Yeah, I love that she's such a strong, dangerous character. But it's an 80s soundtrack, so it's kind of like my teens. It's
the 80s.
It's my youth in one movie. And then we were driving to work, taking Jake this morning, and on Radio Cumbria they do a quiz every morning, and it's 3 questions, and one's an anagram of a place in Cumbria, which I didn't get. I didn't have enough ease for where I thought it was, and I think it was attic showers or attic shower,
right?
And I thought it might be Seathwaite, but it wasn't because I needed an A. So it might have been Esthwaite or somewhere like that. I'd have to sit down and look at the map, but I couldn't. Obviously, I was driving, so I
Right.
couldn't do that. And then they played the intro to a song, and you have to guess what the song. Yesterday's was Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Andy Williams. So I got
Oh
that.
yeah.
And this morning's, I just heard the start, and I went, "Yeah, I know that." And Jake went, "Footloose."
Uh,
So I have taught this child well.
you've given him a very rounded education there.
Yeah, but he thought it was Kenny Loggins and Footloose, and it wasn't. It was, is it Denise Williams or Denise Richards? Let's Hear It for the Boy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was that one, and it was just that unmistakable beginning.
Love that.
So I won't find out till tomorrow what the town is.
Right.
But yeah, it was good. I've really enjoyed some of the teasers and the music on it this week, and it's only on as we get in the car.
Oh, perfect timing then.
Yeah. So
Have you been playing Whamageddon?
I lost last week.
Oh, I'm still in.
Jake lost on Wednesday night when I picked him up from work.
Oh, so I'm winning so far. Me and Phil.
But Jake wasn't actually playing, so it didn't matter that he lost. I've been playing, and
I've been playing.
I died right at the beginning. Oh, Anne Hall says she's still working. Sorry.
Oh, Anne.
That's a bit sucky, isn't it? Just to cheer you up, Anne, did you see Frog and Toad that Jessie's working on?
I don't think she will have.
Because if you didn't, just say so, and we'll show you Frog and Toad.
I think we could all do with another look at Frog and Toad, to be honest.
Are you sure? Has anybody else got anything else on the go that they would like us to have a looky? I
finished all my hats.
I saw those. Can you see that now?
Here you go, Anne.
How
are those?
This is the pattern and the little clothes.
They are just.
And then we'll go to Jessie's, and these are the colours that she's using.
I just think they're brilliant.
Beautiful.
Everybody needs one of those.
And I love his stripy pants.
I do. I love both outfits. I think you definitely need them both. You couldn't just knit Frog without Toad, could you?
Well, it'd be lonely.
Yeah.
It would be cruel and inhuman.
It really would. It wouldn't. It would be like separating ant from deck.
Well, for his own benefit, to be fair, that was probably a good thing last year.
It was, yeah. To be fair,
for Ant's sake and maybe Deck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're adorable, aren't they, Anne? Absolutely adorable.
Does anybody else playing Whamageddon, or I ain't the only one? I bet nobody else is playing, are they?
Possibly not.
Yeah.
I am thinking of making this for me.
Go on then, show us. Oh, yeah.
So Emma reliably informs me it's named after a character from the Vikings show, which I had absolutely no clue. So there you are.
Yeah, Lagatha.
I wouldn't have known.
Oh, I love Lagatha. She's really, really good. You could have a girl crush on her.
Look, and there's Christelle with brown hair.
She looks so different.
I know.
I like her silvers.
I do love her with her silver hair now that she's totally embraced that look. And what I liked here is there's a good range of figures, and this lady in particular, it's XL at the chest and increased to 3XL at the hips. I so know that feeling. But you don't see that the hips are disproportionately larger because the shaping follows the body nicely. There's nowhere it's too tight or too loose. And I think that's actually really slimming on her.
It's brilliant. It's a lovely, lovely fit.
Yeah, I think she's done an amazing job with it.
Really like it.
And I always love to see on a curvy girl, because then I don't feel like such a lump.
Yeah.
But I've got an idea then as to how it might fit me.
I like the neck because I'm not a big fan of the ones that are right up under your chin and that. But you can have it down when you need to. But if you wanted to cozy up, you could.
Yeah, I just think that's beautiful.
I think I'm going to get it.
I think as well, if you were going to be short on yarn, you could do the brioche panels on the front separately in a different colour, and
Oh, yeah.
and the collar in a different colour.
I bet it's a really interesting construction.
I'm not sure if it's worked top down from the collar or bottom up.
I remember it said it was in one piece. That's all I can remember.
Top down.
Right.
So,
and it looks like it's got a raglan, which is good on me.
I like a raglan.
Definitely.
Oh, Carol likes Lagatha. It's Lagatha. Lagatha.
That's how I remember it being said in the Vikings anyway, Lagatha.
Oh, so Carol says she made the little tawny owl and she thinks it was delivered to her little niece today.
Oh.
Have you got a link to your project, Carol, so we can show how cute it is? Jessie says, not been much of anywhere and haven't been listening much to the radio because she's not been in the car. Still in the game as far as Whamageddon goes, but most year there's no way she'd make it this far.
Wow.
Yeah, know that feeling.
Love it.
I'm just impressed that anybody is still in. Because
we listen to the radio, but I listen to Absolute Radio, and in the morning show for definite, he's promised never to play it, and then you've got the no repeat guarantee 9 till 3. So if you're lucky enough to miss the playing, it's not going to be repeated. So anybody who's still in, there's a tip for you.
Right, okay. I'm just looking to see if I can find Carol's project.
The Tawny Owl.
Yeah. I've got so many messages because of the gift along. It's to find one from her so that I can click quickly on her and then go to her project. There we go.
Put you a link in.
Oh, see, there you are. You just
have
to wait for the staff.
Exactly.
Copy link address. Here we go. There we go. Right. Screen share.
I do like owls.
Here we go. Tawny owl.
Love.
Isn't it beautiful?
Cute. Oh, yeah. And you could have such fun with the eyes.
I think they're perfect. I like the way she's used the 2 colours of the yarn.
Yeah.
To sew the eyes as well.
That is so cute.
Have we got any in-action shots of him flying or anything like that?
Or stealing some little Macy's. I like the Christmas tree.
Oh, there he is, undressed.
Oh no! What's that you've used as stuffing?
Is it the poly,
like
poly beads or something like that?
Oh, I love him.
There was lots of advice in the Toys and Home group about that. Oh, Rita says she loves the owl. Excuse me. Jessie says that's a lovely owl. It's superb. It's just so cute.
Oh, Anne's with us as well.
Oh, hey, Anne. Welcome.
Nice to see you.
Carol says it's pellets. I'm assuming that's toy pellets and not owl pellets. Just so I've got Labradors, so you know you do need to ask these kind of questions for clarification.
Well, you know, some people are trying to recycle and be environmentally friendly.
So lovely to have Sparkle Ann join us. Welcome.
Hope you're feeling okay today.
Yeah, rest and rest, isn't it? And more rest.
Yeah.
And I had the soup at the weekend and meant to say it was fabulous. Jake really loved it.
Which soup?
It's in the recipes thread.
Oh, right, okay.
Anne Hall says I got a sausage. I'm, I'm really not sure where we're going with that. Was that for the soup? And
and what are you going to do with your sausage?
oh, Carol's saying it's definitely toy pellets. So
Oh, right. Oh,
take your word for that.
yeah. Sorry, I've been on the wine. You can't mention sausages to me now.
Yeah, well, it's a British thing. We're just infantile morons with anything that we can make a joke of.
I like the bows and I cannot lie.
Carol made some really nice hats as well.
Oh, cool. Can we see the hats?
Yeah. In fact, we're in her projects now. So
oh, you're in. Just have a good old sniff round. Get into the underwear drawer.
Just have a ratch.
Yeah.
Because we can.
It's like when you go around to someone's house for dinner and when you go to the toilet, you look in all the bedrooms.
Well, Kate Winslet said that's where she keeps her Oscar, and she'll wander past the bathroom and you can hear people saying, I'd like to thank my mum and my dad and my agent and Mrs. Jones, my teacher. But she says that it's the best place because they've got a mirror and they can practice.
I love it.
How's that for understanding human nature? Oh, here we go. Christopher, peacock feather bookmark. Beautiful colours there, Carol.
Definitely blue.
No. Grey. Grey.
What?
It's grey.
I think there's some blue in there.
Yeah, has it got curds?
Curds and whey?
Something like that. It's lovely. It's a nice texture pattern.
It is. It's lovely.
Very quick knit. Carol was saying that.
Very unisex. Oh, look, there's the. Oh, I spot something blue.
No. Powder by Alison O'Mahony.
Oh, that one's just called Powder, is it?
That's nice.
I like the powder.
I like the pom-pom.
The pom-pom is amazing.
It looks like it's kind of picked up some of the blue from the yarn, doesn't it?
Brilliant.
Like it's run into it. But then when you see it in this picture, even better. It's perfect.
That was the perfect one for that project.
Absolutely. Another one.
Nice one. I've got some of those houses.
They look really good, don't they?
Phil brings them back on the aeroplane, KLM.
Okay. Oh, we got a dishcloth.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. There's definitely some blue in that photo.
And Dawn's there. And this is not blue.
That's not.
No.
What is it then?
Turquoise.
Ah.
It's turquoise, isn't it, Carol?
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah, lots of answers here about things being teal.
A lot of teals, are there?
Yeah, it's totally green, yeah.
I believe you.
Emma's not believing it.
Not at all. Not at all.
So, Anne, now that you've joined us, what are you working on? Do tell us.
Definitely.
And who else has got a whip or a faux that we'd like everybody to see?
We can have a nosy in people's underwear drawers. It's fine.
Or do our own Oscar speech.
Yeah. Go on then. Who would you thank?
Me. I'd thank me for being awesome and wonderful. Completely deserving this award.
Yeah.
My dogs for believing in me.
And would you put in something about how you can't believe it's taken the rest of the world this long to acknowledge your awesomeness?
Yeah, I think that would be the thing to do.
Yeah, because it's just so unfair.
Yeah, I think I would. Actually, I might rewatch Vicious and see if there's any little nuggets in there because Ian McKellen's character is an elderly actor with a not very exciting career as an extra.
Uh,
And he's given a line to read in Downton Abbey. He's got to carry some potatoes and put them away,
uh,
and spends a day discussing the motivation and the backstory of the character. He's putting
right.
potatoes away in the kitchen. It, so yeah,
Oh,
I like to think that if I was an actor, that sort of pompous, overbearing, self-important thing would be me. Because
it's like I've been
funny.
watching The Good Life, and I like to think I'm Barbara, but I worry I'm a bit more Margot, to be honest.
Yeah. I often wish that in the gift along we had a can we finish something from last year, even not in a thread that got prizes of any kind,
Yeah,
but where you could just pick up something that's from another year.
that got hibernated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Feeling Foxy from Ruth Brash
Oh, it's
that,
fab.
that I started, and it got hibernated because I couldn't find any more of that colour of yarn, and then I found it and made it into something else. So now I need to order some more.
Because the only other alternative is to rip it all out and start again, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know whether I want to do that. And I'm still not sure about my yarn choice for this careaway shawl. I'm still not sure whether I should go with a solid.
Well, I mean, I really like what you've chosen, but if you're not going to wear it,
I don't know. I just I'm busy working on the other shawl,
right?
and I've got a hat pattern to write up, and I just think I'll get back to it, and then I'll do a few more rows and make a decision
Yeah,
when I've made the next onion, as I like to call them.
yeah. Give it another onion, and then make a decision.
Yeah, they kind of look like shallots. Oh
You
no.
know, didn't your mother ever tell you that you can't make a decision unless you've done enough onions?
Oh, Anne is working on the dumpster fire,
Oh, that's a good one.
but she hasn't put a project page on Ravelry yet, so we
All right.
can't sneak at that straight away. So
Oh,
that's
she
fine.
doesn't want us rummaging in her drawers.
Well, who would?
Now there's a question.
Like, have you ever seen that movie Parenthood?
Yeah,
It could be a bit like that.
yeah. Say no more.
Mm.
In fact, talking about movies and stuff, did you see Tom Cruise having his little whinge this week?
I did, and I have to say that whilst I don't necessarily agree with the way that he said it, I would probably have swore if I was that angry, I will be honest.
I totally,
But
totally agree with the
I
sentiment.
absolutely get where he's coming from because he's fought really hard and campaigned internationally to get movie production and TV production started up again and been a driving force behind the protocols and the rules and the risk
And
statements and everything
everyone's
else,
watching them.
all of the training. And all it takes is one or two idiots who just are too stupid to breathe,
Yeah.
and everybody's got it.
Woo hankers.
Yeah, so I totally get where he's coming from, but he could perhaps have been a tad more diplomatic, um, disciplined them privately, and maybe yelled and swore at them at that, and then made a big thing to everybody else about these are the rules. And but I get it. They're under a lot of pressure, and I fully support what you did because
Yeah.
he's fighting to keep people's jobs going.
I do. I agree with the sentiment, but if my boss ever spoke to me like that, I'd be mortified, I think.
See, I've been spoken to like that, but what's it matter?
I don't like it.
I don't particularly like it, but some people, that's how they behave. No,
Some people do respond to it though, don't they, I suppose?
yeah, I think it depends on who you're dealing with and what the situation is. But yeah, poor old Tom Cruise.
Oh, bless him. Definitely.
Here we go.
Oh, what are we looking at? Yeah. I bet he is. Wow.
Yeah, what was the film with him dancing in his underpants? Was that Risky Business? Or
Oh, I don't remember this one.
you not seen that? I think it was his first movie, wasn't it?
I don't
He
know.
just is it at the bottom of the stairs and he sort of slides, you see him sliding through a doorway in his underpants and his shirt singing. And
I might have to look this up.
well, you know, it's worth a look just for the research purposes. And
Well,
you know, if for no other reason, of course.
if I call myself a movie fan, I should really have seen that.
Oh, Helen says she thinks so.
Right.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page, aren't we, ladies, in terms of Risky Business, I think it's called. If it's not, I'll put in the comments underneath the live when we've finished, and maybe a link to YouTube.
I remember watching Cocktail about 6 times a day for one period.
Yeah, I think the thing with Cocktail is a lot of people watched it for Tom Cruise and I watched it for Brian Brown. And
he was lovely. Flanagan.
I seem to have this thing about older, rumpled, lived-in looking men.
Well, we didn't like to comment. Maybe they're easy to put under patios.
Yeah, they can't fight you off.
That's the problem, yeah.
You have to be really practical about these things.
You know, yeah, when you've had enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want anyone that's going to hang around for too long, do you?
No, might get bored.
Yeah. Henry might come and visit.
Well, yeah, true. I don't know if I could be bothered shaving and washing and
Getting ready, yeah. Clean sheets.
All a bit much effort. Anyway, he's injured.
Oh, what's he done?
He's injured himself on the set of The Witcher. I think he's hurt his knee, certainly some part of his leg. And if he turns up here, let's face it, he's going to have a groin strain, isn't he?
Right, yeah. He needs to just take it a bit easy, I think, doesn't he?
With all the DIY that needs doing here, I should add.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, you joke. My poor husband, he hasn't had time to sit down, bless him.
All right, so Jessie says she's been on IMDb. You are Emma's twin.
Yeah, I love IMDb.
She loves IMDb. And it is Risky Business I'm thinking of, but it was his 5th film, so it wasn't his first movie.
All right, so come on then, Jessie. What was number 1?
Yeah, what was his first film?
Where was the color? Was he in The Colour of Money?
Yeah, does he knit in any of them? I like to think he's someone who knits because it de-stresses him.
Vinnie Jones knits.
Does he?
Have you not seen the advert?
No.
I'll have to search it out. There's an advert with Vinnie Jones knitting in it.
Oh. Is that because he could stab somebody with the knitting needles?
Well, you know, it's double, isn't it? Keeps you occupied, and also you've got a self-defense weapon, haven't you?
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Does he still wear the suit he wore in the X-Men movie when he was Juggernaut?
Oh, I don't think I've seen that. I've only seen 1 or 2 of the X-Men. Which one was that?
I can't remember if it's Last Stand or X-Men 2. Maybe Last Stand.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he plays this character Juggernaut who's got this metal helmet and this big muscly bodysuit that clearly isn't Vinnie Jones.
Can I admit to getting bored with the X-Men movies?
Oh, Jessie McKittrick says Endless Love was his first. Is that the one with Brooke Shields, Jessie?
Oh, Blue Lagoon. How many of us watched that a few times?
Might have looked. But what a sad bunch. I don't know. Endless Love.
Well, we were just all, you know, young and curious in the 80s, weren't we?
Well, how else do you learn in the 80s with no internet?
Well, obviously, Dirty
And
Dancing was the other one that was forbidden for me because it was a 15, but
was that the 90s?
no,
Yeah,
no, wasn't, was it?
I think it was the 90s, wasn't it?
Oh,
So Jessie can correct me. Yeah, Brooke Shields is in Endless Love. Yeah,
I thought it was in the 80s.
because she was very young, was she not, in that one?
1987.
Was it in the 80s?
Mm,
Okay.
there you go. See, I just remember I was too young and my friend's mum let us watch it. My mum had said no, but my friend's mum let me on a sleepover.
There was a documentary about it on Netflix the other day, like movies that made us or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently Patrick Swayze had come on and said that is the dumbest line I've ever heard. What does it even mean? Don't put baby in the corner. And then afterwards he said to his wife, I was so wrong about that. Because everywhere he went after that, someone said it to him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the best line ever.
Don't know.
Oh,
I sort of think I loved him in that, but I think Ghost for me
I love ghosts.
was absolutely beautiful. And I do like the rip-off scene in one of the Naked Gun movies with Leslie Nielsen and Priscilla Presley,
Yeah.
where they're doing the pottery thing, and all of a sudden there's about 8 hands, and and she takes his shirt off, and it's this 6-pack chest and stomach, and it's clearly not this old bloke. It's just really funny. 1981, Risky Business, or is that Endless Love? High school student's love for a 15-year-old girl thwarted by parental disapproval, circumstance, and accident. He burns down her family's house and is committed to a psychiatric hospital.
It's a love story then, isn't it?
See, I don't remember any of that bit. I remember the sex. How terrible am I? That all those years later, that's the bit I can
That's
recall.
the bit that you can remember, not getting committed or anything like that.
No, not at all.
That romantic part of the movie.
Isn't it
What about
awful?
Footloose?
Footloose. I watch that at least once or twice a year. It's one of my go-to feel-good, cheer me up movies.
Love that one.
And the music I just love. And the sheer value of watching Sean Penn when he not Sean, is it? No, it's not Sean Penn. It's his brother, isn't it? Who's the sort of the friend who has to learn to dance.
Right.
And you see him in films now, and he's sort of big and bloaty and huge now.
Like John Candy.
Yeah.
Right. No, I don't remember. I just remember Kevin.
But not funny.
Right. I love John Candy.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
and what's the holiday one where they're at the cabin with Dan Aykroyd? Is that Summer Vacation or something like that? Or
I don't know.
Jessie's checking it right now.
Oh, Jessie, she's the IMDb queen.
Yeah.
Because I can't. I'm busy.
Summer Rental. Is that the one?
Rental? I don't know that one.
I think it's Summer Rental. There's this ongoing thing where they have issues with the raccoons who seem to be smarter than the people, to be honest.
Oh, right. Okay. Is that a bit like the golf one? The golf one's got the chipmunks or gophers or something, isn't it?
Oh, Caddyshack.
Yeah, it's gophers, isn't it?
Bill Murray. Yeah, I remember seeing that as a teenager.
You just can't beat 80s movies. I'm sorry.
Well, Breakfast Club and
Breakfast Club is amazing. We watched Labyrinth again the other day. That's one of our favourites.
Oh, that's a good one. David Bowie.
Yeah. You remind me of the Babe.
Oh, bless. What else have I watched this week?
Oh, I tell you
Struggling.
what we watched eventually. Old Guard.
All right, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, we made Callum watch it with us as well, and it was really good. He enjoyed it too.
I really loved the relationship between Nikki and Joe. I
Yes.
think that is a thing of beauty, and
The
it's
way that he was like, you couldn't understand it when they were talking about when
you.
he was saying what he meant to him.
Yeah, you're an infant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
really
I
nicely
enjoyed that
done.
bit. It's a good movie if anyone hasn't seen it.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So, Jessie, great outdoors for the one at the cabin. Where did I get
Mm.
summer rental? Damn, it's obviously another film. Oh, Helen says portrait artist of the year. The winner is amazing. So she's been watching that.
Oh,
Now, who did they paint, Helen, in that one?
yeah. Was that shown on the telly? Was that like a weekly thing?
It is. It's on terrestrial. Is it? Is it,
BBC Two or something?
Channel 4?
Hmm.
I think it might be on Channel 4.
Right. I bet it's quite interesting.
Or is it on Sky Arts?
Sky Arts has a lot of Queen stuff on it. Just saying, you know.
I don't know. Really very good. There was a fantastic portrait they did of Ian McKellen one year.
Oh, I like Ian McKellen.
Oh, the semi-final was Eddie Izzard.
Oh,
Now,
I love Eddie Izzard.
did he sit and joke with them and put them off and just be daft, or did he sit still and behave?
Death Star Canteen.
He strikes me as someone who would play to an audience.
Do you like the Death Star Canteen?
I love the Death Star Canteen. Has anybody else watched that? Where did you
thinking about it?
where did you dry these trays? In a rainforest? It's
Don't you'll have me in fits of laughter just thinking about it. Do you know who I am?
Jeff Vader. Yeah. The final was a Cuban ballet dancer. That could be really challenging. How did she pose? Was this a seated thing, or because in a ballet pose for any length of time could just be a nightmare for the sitter, couldn't it?
I'm just wondering if they got any elements of the Cuban in there.
Oh, you wonder where she kept her cigar. Oh, she said Eddie Izzard was serious and he's now a she. Oh, okay. So why not be Edwina or something, or Edie?
Eddie's cool. Wasn't there a famous female called Eddie?
So I like Eddie Izzard. I think very funny.
Eddie, yeah. I'll have to think on that. I'm sure there was a female called Eddie.
I mean, he's Adina from Ab Fab.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's always dressed in women's clothes and always wore makeup. So it just never occurred to me that he would make the transition in terms of identity, because I'd always thought he had.
Well, also I thought he liked, you know, the fluidity of it and the best of both worlds. Do you know what I mean? Not having to, you don't have to choose, do you?
I don't know. Maybe he's just got to that age where he thought, oh, you know, sod it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go for it.
Why not?
Or it took him a while to figure out which direction. Ah, good for him. It's very funny. If you look him up on YouTube, if you haven't watched Eddie Izzard, there's an absolutely brilliant one of him. You know, the thermostat on the shower.
Oh yeah.
And he's trying to get it to the right temperature, like a safe cracker, where you've got that level of precision that's about 1/10 of a millimeter between scalding and
freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then someone flushes the toilet and ruins the whole thing.
Yeah, or puts the kettle on.
Yeah.
Artist met him several times and made loads of sketches before doing the portraits. You really have to watch it. Well, I do now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, and Carol says, seen Eddie live, absolutely hilarious. is so quick fire. Is so quick fire and reactive. And I would imagine if you got someone who was trying to heckle, that she would absolutely wipe the floor with him.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
It'd be worth it, wouldn't it? Just to be the one that was insulted. You know.
Yeah. I mean, we went to the comedy club once and I refused to sit at the front. But if it was someone like Eddie Izzard, I would be right at the front.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Peter Kay is very good live. But the funniest I've ever seen was Dave Spikey.
All right, yeah. Phoenix Nights.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Can you get off my boobs, please, Coco? Thank you.
She says, no, it's time to leave, Mum.
Oh, Helen says Carlos Acosta. Oh, the ballerina, ballet dancer. Is that the one? Carlos Acosta. Carol says stayed behind after and answered loads of audience questions. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Oh, that's really nice. I've still got a bit of a thing for Tim Minchin though, sorry.
Yeah, I've always had a bit of a thing for Eddie Izzard.
Well, there you go.
I think it's the unattainable.
Not the unwashed.
As opposed to unwashed. I usually end up with unwashed. Yeah. But yeah, it's possibly the unattainable thing.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I know, Carlos Acosta. Yes, I know who that is, Helen. So, yeah.
Well, is it time for me to sing?
It is time for you to sing, and then obviously go for a big horse wee because you've had have wine.
It's all gone.
And talked and all of that.
All gone.
Yeah, awesome. What we're going to talk about on Sunday? What do we want to do? Do we want to have a look at some more stuff on the gift along? Do we want a roundup of things we've been working on this year, and maybe people can paste in some links of some of their proudest foes or whips of this year?
Oh, I like that idea.
Does that sound like a fun thing to do?
That does.
And then we can put them all on screen.
We could have a We Are Super Sunday.
Oh, Carol. She thinks she should sing the Commodores song, Never Can Say Goodbye.
I was actually going to sing the Idris Elba Sky advert for Carol. But I couldn't, you know.
I don't know what. I haven't seen the Sky advert.
I think I might have to sing that for you, and I might have to save the Commodores for Sunday to make Carol come back.
Commodores on Sunday, because I think you need a feather boa or something for that.
I think so, yeah. I think I need to practice that one.
Yeah, just, you need the right look. I think if you're going to go with sort of disco diva, you'd probably need some roller skates and a feather boa.
Yeah, and I could do my nails and stuff.
Yeah, and pantomime makeup.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Shoulder pads.
Yeah, I'd have to take
the advert, but it's fine because you don't need to see the advert. I'm going to sing it.
Because it's going to be as if Idris was in the room. Yeah. I need to take the shoulder pads out of my brow to put them on my shoulders. That's the problem.
Oh, right. We wouldn't want to force you into that.
Yeah, because otherwise I'd have to roll these up from my knees. At the moment, they're safely tucked in my trousers. So.
This morning I was getting dressed and my husband looked at me and went, "You need a new bra."
Oh, God, he knows how to make a girl feel like a goddess, doesn't he?
It's that bad.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, Carol hasn't seen the advert either. But you're going to see it now, and it's going to be, you're going to channel Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Do you have to do the Nelson Mandela accent?
I could do, yeah. I think it would make it more authentic.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready then?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just made myself laugh when I've had wine.
I really don't know what to say to that. I mean, are you in pain again?
I think I've still got the pills in my system, to be honest. So maybe the alcohol wasn't a good idea, but never mind.
Yeah, tramadol or codimol, I think, is at work here, people. So
I can hear you rolling your eyes at me.
prepare yourself for a performance that's on a par with something out of Kinky Boots.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are. Count us in. Can you do five down to one? Two,
3, 2, 1.